Hello world, welcome to codingscientist.com, a special series on React JS. Alright guys, as I introduced in my previous video, so from this lesson onwards, I'm going to show you step by step, baby steps from scratch, from zero to hero level. So let's get started. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to install React library on your Windows machine. So guys, these are for Windows specific because I use Windows. Unless you want to use a different environment like Linux or Mac, there are different steps to be followed. You can reach out to me for Linux. I'm good at Linux operating system. Mac may not be, I may not be able to help you because I need to be honest, I'm not good at Mac operating system. So I can show you on Linux as well as Windows, but for this particular series we are going to focus more on Windows operating system, Windows as your environment. Alright, so what you need to do, guys, just open your browser. You can just open your Google, and then you need to just type on the URL nodejs.org. If you type in, so this is what you find. So you get two different links here. One is 18.7 LTS for Windows 64-bit architecture and 20.5. So I would recommend do not download 20.5 because I found a lot of bugs still, and it's still under the process of fixing by the Facebook guys. So you should go for 18.7, which is pretty highly recommended, and you can start building apps. So all you need to do is just click on the link, and then you get this particular window to download a exe file. So once you download the exe file, what you need to do, so let me just show you. You just have to like a simple any exe file. Those of you from Windows background, you get an installer on your desktop or wherever you save. It could be C drive or D drive, mostly on desktop. People prefer on desktop. So once the download is done, just go to desktop, double click that file, and you need to just follow click next. Do not change any of the configuration which it pops up. I highly recommend to my user, do not change any of the configuration, because I tried initially by different settings and configuration. It was a mess to fix the errors and issues when we get into writing your code on the IDE, right? So better not to change any of the path or configuration. Just follow click next, boom, you are done. So once you are ready with your setup, I will show you the next step, what we need to do. So we should actually go to, once you are ready with your installation of Node.js, that is your React, we should actually install Visual Studio IDE. So in the Google browser, you can say VS Code download. All right, VS Code download. Wow. And the first link, download Visual Studio Code for Mac, Linux and Windows. So if you open this, you will find three different tabs: Windows and Mac. For Linux, two different flavors of Linux, Ubuntu and SUSE Linux, Red Hat and stuff like that. I would go for Windows, and it's the same thing. Once you click, and it's going to show you a pop-up window to install a exe file, and it's the same way. You just have to click, but make sure that you have the correct path, which is your C drive, and click next, and that is install. You are all set to go. So once you are ready with both your React React library installed on your desktop, and you have your Visual Studio IDE set up, right? So once you set up the IDE, the next lesson I'm going to show you to start writing your code step by step to use the React, the tools, sorry, not tools, the library, using JavaScripts and Java syntaxes. So those of you from any of the programming language, it could be C, C++, or if you are good at Java, this is pretty easy to follow. Or if you are from C background, most of my lessons are from C, C++, and Python. you might find it a little tricky, but the syntaxes and the languages and the classes and the object might change a little bit, but overall definition remains the same, the overall logic remains the same. So all right guys, so I'm going to see you in the next lesson. I will show you, we will start programming step by step how to use React. See you, goodbye.